So guys, continuing from our previous build. So in the last video we saw that we're able to set up our Node.js server to print out hello world when we visit the browser, right? So now all we need to do is configure our backend so that we can use our database. But first of all, the first thing I love to do is to set up my folder structure, right? So now we have to create a folder called models for our database. You have to create another folder inside the backend, another folder called controllers. Here is where all the functionality will be, right? You have to create another folder here called routers. Alright, so we have router, we have controllers, so we have another one called middleware. So middleware is for checking for unwanted entries. So if you're not verified, you can't actually pass through and make requests to the backend. That's what this middleware checks for you, if you're verified or not. Controller for the actions and the models for backend schemas. So inside our router we have the authentication endpoints, right? The JS. But I'm writing the code now. I just have to set up this index.js first before I start writing the code. So we have .env installed. So what we need to do now is app.use. So you have to use the course. So app.use course, I'll call it as a function. Alright. So but now this course, now we have to set allowable. What the course does is that it checks if this website is allowed to make requests to our backend. This is for protection. So we have to now give it endpoints or websites that should be allowed, or domains URL that should be allowed to make requests to our backend. So to our backend, so the first one is we have to call allow origins, right? Allow origin. This will be an array. So the first one is HTTP localhost 300. So this is what we use for now until we host our other live URL, and then we'll set it up for you to use that. Then inside this course file here, we create an object. Then we call origin. Inside origin we have this, and then the credentials, set it to true. Right, this is fine. The course part is done. So we have to install one more package called body passer. So we cut our backend, and then we install body passer real quick. PC is acting up now. Let us wait a few minutes to set up. So let me just kill the terminal for now, and then get the terminal running again. You see the backend. Alright, so it's up now. So we have to install. So we do npm install body passer. Body passer. So this is the right one. Right, so I've installed body passer now. So let me hide my endpoint. In case you want to know what I'm using to do this, I'm using Ctrl J. If you're using VS Code, you can easily use Ctrl J to open it. Once you open the right panel, you use Ctrl B to open it. Alright. So now we have to import body passer. So AI is helping me. So this is body passer. So we've installed this. So now to use body passer, under this declaration of app, we have app.use. So body passer.json app.bodypasser.extended true. So this will help us get data from request body, so that's why we're using body parser. Alright, so that's what it does. So we save this. Then we have to import mongoose now. So we have imported mongoose. We have to set up mongoose as well. So this listening, how we do this, let's call this out. So what we'll do here is we'll try to connect this now to mongoose. So we have const mongo URL is equals to, so you have to get your own mongo URL. So I'll put mine in the environmental variable, then I'll show you how to get it from the website. So this is mongo URL, and then we have our port here. So we'll do mongoose.connect, right, to connect to our mongo URL. Alright, then we'll set the then. So when it's connected, make it the same. So we'll set it as .then. When it's connected, we'll do some things. We'll log some data that's successfully connected to Mongo URL. Successfully connected to database. Alright, so this now is when we'll now set our listener to listen. So we don't want to start listening to users' requests when we've not connected to the database. In that way, it won't be able to function properly, because it wouldn't make sense if we connect to the database, and then it wouldn't make sense if our backend is running and the database connection is not working. So first of all, we have to connect to the database. When it's connected, then we'll make the request. So if it fails, we have our catch block. Our catch block that catches the error and then logs it out for us. Alright, so this is set up. So if you go behind this level, create a new file called .env. So inside your .env, you copy your code here, and then you just call it 5000, and then you also copy your Mongo URL. So this is a string. I won't be showing you mine, but you can easily get yours from going to Mongodb Atlas. So let's just go there. So Mongodb Atlas. Alright, so if you don't have an account, you sign up with your Google account, or you sign up with your email. Or if you do, you just sign in. So I have an account already, so I'm going to sign in real quick. Alright, that's loaded up. So I'll log in with my Google account. Just give a few minutes, it happens. Alright, I'm in. So we're in. So what we do now is create database, create a cluster, and then connect it to our backend. Alright, so I already have a database here that I'm using. If you don't, so this is database here. You create a database. I already have a database here, right? If you don't, you just create a new one. So you just click on create cluster and then continue from it. But I already have a database, so I don't want to create another one. As you see, when you don't create, you just leave everything as default. Just change the title, the cluster name, then you create and then you're good. So I'm going to reuse the one I already have. So I click on clusters. So if you want to connect and get your URL, you click on connect here. Right? So what are we connecting with? We can connect with different things. want to connect with Nodejs. Can you see? So you click on this. So this is what we are going to copy. We're going to copy this link. Alright, so you have your username here, and then your password you place here. When you create your database, you create the password which you put here. This is your database name. Then the app name you want to go in here. So this is the app name. So that's just all you need to do. Just follow the instructions. Alright, so this is how you install it. So we're good on that. So now I want to create mine. So guys, I want to paste my URL, so I don't want it to be visible. So this is it. Alright, so this is my URL and this is a secret, so you can just generate any secret and put here. Right, and this is my URL. So this is all you need. This is all you need to set it up. So I'm going to save and go out of it. Alright, perfect. So with this now, if you run this code, now you should be able to connect to our database. So let me clear. So npm start should be able to connect to our database. So let's give a few minutes. I believe this should work. Okay, I got an error. So I went to put cache at this place. It should be here. Alright, so no one's about mistake. Alright, so let's continue here. I've seen successfully connected to database. So congratulations, you've been able to connect your backend to Mongodb database. So I'll see you in the next video.